Hearing headlines like this right now, buyers are coming back, homes are selling faster, or homes taking longer to sell, prices are going up, or prices are going down again. But here's the real question, okay? Is that actually true here in Arizona, especially in Chandler, Arizona? Today, I am going to show you the real data. And what's happening here is actually a little different than you are hearing nationally. Hello everyone, my name is Longley and I am helping buyers and sellers right here in Chandler, Arizona. In today's episode, market update episode, we are going to break down three important things. Number one, are the buyers really more active? Number two, are home selling actually faster? And number three, are prices really going up or down again? Now, most importantly, what this means if you're thinking about selling your home in today's market. Okay, so let's dive right into the information that I have. Okay, this chart right here in front of you is a little bit confusing to see. Okay, but this is show how whether a buyer's gonna answer the question about whether the buyers are more active or not by looking at the sale volume across the years. Each line represents the sale volume for the week of the year. Okay, for example, 2019 is a green line right here. 2026, we have kind of bluish. I don't know what that color called. Okay, so maybe put that in a comment and then teach me what that color called. Okay, but it's basically this line right here. We only have a little bit, like only a 12 or 13 weeks of data so far. Okay, so let's start with the buyers. Okay, nationally, okay, according to Realtor.com, we have the data shows that the buyer activities is actually increasing. There are actually more views of homes. Okay, buyers actually seeing more homes within a week, within the 2026, and then more interested and more engagement on the website of Realtor.com. Okay. So let's confirm with the data in Arizona. Okay, again, this chart right here shows the number of home sales across Arizona each year. And at the high level, you will see that 2021 and 2022 is very high, as you know, because those are the year that actually we have a very low interest rate and a lot of people want to buy houses during those years. Well, except for the second half of 2022 when the interest rate go actually higher and therefore the sale volume drop. Okay, and that is when actually the market slowed down. 2023 is continued slow down below here. 2024 continue in the same level, about 70,000 sales, 70,000 sales throughout the year per week, right? And then 2025 around the same number. 2026 is a little bit higher at 75,000 so far. Okay, so here's the good news. Okay, even though the market dropped from 110,000 homes sold per week or per year, okay, this is measured weekly. Okay, so when you look at that data, you see that there actually are good news and the bad news, right? The bad news is the number of sales is actually at the very bottom compared to 2021 and 2022. But the good news is we no longer seeing a decline. Okay, in fact, we see a stabilization in here. Okay, actually a little bit increase compared to the previous 2 years, right? Which tells us buyers are actually coming back to the market, not just all at once. Okay, we don't see a significant high level of 2021 and 2022, but we do see about 2,000, 3,000 increase compared to the previous year, right? So yes, the national story is correct, and the buyers are more active, right? When talk about the buyers are more active in 2026 in Arizona, even though it is more active, yes, but it's much slower return. okay? Not a huge jump, okay? Simple way to think about this is that buyers are back, but they're still very cautious. They're still very carefully. I'm gonna show you what they would be careful about in the next couple of slides, okay? All right, so let's look at the data insight number 2, which is talking about the days on market, okay? Which is the days on market to see how fast a home can be sold in Arizona versus national. All right, with that, let's talk about how fast homes are selling, okay? So here's the national data, okay? We are hearing that homes are selling faster. It is actually about 17% faster during this time compared to 2025 and 2024, okay? But here's where things get very interesting, okay? Now, this chart shows you how long it takes homes in Arizona to be sold, okay? Again, very similar chart compared to the previous chart, but instead, each of these data points is the days it takes, the amount of time it takes to sell all the homes available on the market, assuming there's no new home coming on the market, right? 2021, again, is only taking about 40 days at the beginning, and then maybe around 20 to 30 days toward the end of 2021, okay? 2022, a little bit faster at the beginning compared to the beginning of 2021, right? Only 35, but then it's getting much slower because the interest rate go higher. Very similar situation, just opposite direction, right? In the middle of 2022, more homes available, less because of less buyer, and then whatever the homes remaining is take longer to sell as well toward the end of 2022. Okay, so going to 2023, okay, we have like slower toward the end. 2024 a little bit more stabilized here in about 70 days. 2025 we have about a little bit higher, 80 days. And now going to 2026, we still around 85 to 90 days. Okay, that's the average days it takes for home to be sold in Arizona as of right now. So what does that mean? Homes are still taking longer to sell compared to the peak market of 2021 and 2022 in Arizona. Okay, so while the national data, national homes may be selling faster, some other states, okay, here in Arizona, we are not seeing that situation. We are seeing improvement, okay, but we're still in more of a balanced market, not a fast-moving one. Okay, simple take this one. Homes are selling, okay, but it's not as quick as previous years. In fact, 2026 so far is the slowest compared to any other years before. Okay, now it doesn't mean it takes forever. Like I said, this is still in a stable pace. Okay, stable speed. Okay, it's not slow, it's not fast, it's a stabilization speed. Okay, so that is already enough different compared to national data, where they say 17% faster compared to 2025 and 2024. All right. We're looking at how homes are sold. We're looking at how fast they are sold. Now let's talk about price. Okay. Now let's talk about the part that everyone cares about: home prices. Okay, so this chart shows you right here the median home price in Arizona over time. Very similar chart, right? Each of the data points is the median home price at the certain time. Okay, each line represents 1 year. Okay, now of course, again, we see the peak of 2022 in right here around June and July, and which is about 475 median sale price in Arizona. Okay, 2023, okay, the purple line right here, it dropped. Okay, but the peak is about the same time, around June, okay? About 442, okay? 2024, which is this line right here, which is a little bit more stable. It's go up right here, and then it's go down again, and it's go up again, maybe around 450, okay? 2025, which is about 450 as well. 2026, we follow it, okay? Now we see 2026 is already below 2025, okay? Below the 2025 here, but it follows the very same pattern that 2025 has, okay? So what does that tell us? Number one, pricing is not dropping severely, okay? It doesn't drop much, but it's also not surging crazily high, okay? According to Realtor.com, the national data, you might hear that the seller is getting better pricing and more profit somewhere else in the country, okay? That could be true, okay? But here in Arizona, we see more like a stable pricing, okay? You see, yes, it's dropped compared to 2025, okay? But it's still above 2024. And I think it's moving along the same line, you know, around, if we talk about the first year, 430 to 450. So the pricing is more stabilized, okay? It's more like within a predictable range instead of crazily high like 2023, or maybe drop significantly at the beginning of 2022, crazily high in 2022 and significantly drop in 2023. Okay, price already improved and it has become more and more stable. Okay, and this is very important for the seller. Here's the thing, you cannot price, okay? Because a lot of home sellers come to me and say, Long, I look at Zillow in 2019, 2020, my home price was like 700,000. I want that number in this market. We cannot do that. Okay, why didn't you look at 2020? 2019, right? 2014, for example, to get that price, right? Is of course every single seller wants to sell the house at the highest price possible, but you cannot just look at the price based on last year. Okay, you cannot rely on the market to carry you forever, right? So here's a key takeaway. Here's a simple version. You can still get a strong price, but strategy matters more than ever. Okay? Strategy. So let's put everything together. Buyers coming back, but very slow, as you see in the first chart, right? Speed, how fast? Improving, but it's not very fast as 2021, 2023. Prices, more importantly, right? It gets more stable and not going as high as before. Okay, so what this tells us is this is no longer a hot market. I repeat to the seller, okay? This is no longer a hot market. This is a strategy market. Okay, and this is why I always say, don't just rely on the national headlines. I know a lot of news nowadays, social media nowadays, and it's very easy to get access to headlines, right? But don't just rely on it, because what's happening here in Chandler, in Arizona, can be very different from what you hear nationally. We see, for example, we see the three already information, right? We see, yes, we have the same more buyers, but in terms of faster selling, no, it's not in Arizona. In terms of pricing, no, it's not in Arizona neither. Okay, so if you're thinking about selling your home, this is the time to really understand your local market. Okay, I can actually help you understand your home true value, build a pricing strategy, and maximize the outcome in today's market. If you want to know what your home could sell for right now, send me a message and I will break it down for you. And if you found this is very helpful for you, make sure you follow for weekly Chandler market updates, okay? And last but not least, if you do want, for example, you say, I don't live in Chandler alone, great. If you want your city-specific market update, feel free to scan this QR code right here and I will send you the information directly to you. Thank you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.